right. First off, gentlemen, before we get into some questions, we do just want to get a statement from Coach Rodriguez.
Just a general statement?
Yeah, just a general statement.
Okay. I was really proud of our guys. I think when we were on the NCAA call and your assistant AD assured us that it would be a sellout, so coming in that environment, our guys were excited, but you never know how we're going to play. And I thought we battled. We just couldn't get over the hump tonight. But again, really proud of our guys for fighting and giving these guys a good run. Clearly, Keene State lived up to their record tonight. Hunter and Brito, made plays, and the other guys made enough. Spencer Ronson made some big open shots, and I think that was the game. I wish we hadn't taken a little bit of care of the ball in the first half, because I think the outcome might have been a little bit different. But overall, I love my guys, and I'm happy with the effort they put out tonight.
Coach, this Keene State offense averages just about 89 points per game, one of the top 5 in the country. How did that play a factor in preparing for this game?
Well, we talk about really trying to hold opponents to 60. That's pretty hard when you're playing teams at this level in general, just in the tournament. And obviously, I think their average victory margin was 20 this year. So we kept them under their average. Had we gotten a couple more O-boards, the O-boards were really imbalanced in the second half, and maybe didn't have any of those kick-out threes. And that was an emphasis for us. So don't play in transition and try to hit the glass. And I thought we did it in the first half. We just did a great job in the second half.
Montell, what was it like? Like Coach just mentioned, you guys are used to playing a little bit slower pace, lower-scoring games than tonight. How impressed were you with the team's effort to play a quicker pace, to show that you could put up those points and compete with a high-scoring team?
Yeah, we expected it. We watched a lot of film. We prepped all week for this, so we knew what we were coming into. We were coming into a hostile environment, a team that likes to get up shots, get up threes, talk a little bit. So we were pretty well prepared. Fought, wish a little bit more shots went our way, take care of the ball a little bit more, but I can't really complain too much. We fought and we gave it our all to the end.
Coach, this one's for you, Montell. You could hop in afterwards as well. You mentioned the turnovers in the first half. Yeah, you guys were averaging like a turnover a minute at one point, like halfway through the first half. What was the key? Was it settling down? Was it an adjustment you guys had to make offensively? What do you think was the key there? Because in the second half, the end of the game, turnovers ended up being almost even.
Yeah, I don't know. We seemed like we weren't, like our good initial push was there, but when they stopped our initial push, and I guess you could say recently, people haven't been stopping our initial push. So I think it was an adjustment for all of us to all of a sudden play against a team at this level and have to run offense for a longer amount of time, which they made us do. So our splits were a little wide. We threw some bad passes across court, and they got into us, and I think that obviously slowed us down. And then they made an adjustment. We just kind of tightened up. I think we were a little tougher at coming to the ball, and I think, honestly, the refs started to call some fouls. I know nobody wants to hear that, but I thought there was a lot of grabbing and holding going on with our guys, and we started to play through it, and we got the calls because we were playing through it, and we weren't playing through it at first.
Yeah, he just hit the nail on the head. It was bad passes and just playing too fast of a pace. We just kind of had to settle into the game. Watching film and being in the game is always two different things, so we just had to adjust to the pace, and once we settled in and knew how they played, we kind of took care of the ball a little bit more.
You got a season high out of Marcus Stubbs today with 25, and this can go for either of you. What does he bring to this team, just today or all year?
He's one of the best shooters I've ever played with. That man works harder than anyone I've ever seen before. So he's had some off games here and there, but I always feel every shot he puts up is going to fall. So him having 25 today wasn't a surprise to anyone on our team. We knew what he was capable of.
Yeah, I think he shot 46% from three with a really high number of takes, a big sample last year, which is why I think, obviously, Keene State was chasing him all over the place. So even when he's not making shots, which, like Monty said, there were times this year when He didn't. He creates gravity for our team, and he created some. I mean, he's the one that creates openings for him. He had a bunch of layups right in and out tonight, but we don't have those openings if people aren't sticking to him. So,
Coach, we're not really familiar with the way Marymount is coached, the way Marymount plays basketball, but tonight you guys did play about 5 more guys than Keene did, and usually in the playoffs, teams like to shorten their bench a little bit. Was this something you guys talked about beforehand, or was this kind of like an on-the-fly decision because of how Keene State plays basketball?
no, believe it or not, we have a lot of guys that can play. Like I honestly, so this is my 25th year coaching in college, and this is the deepest team that I've ever had, either at Marymount, and my last year at my previous school, Franklin Marshall, we lost in this national semifinal. This is the deepest team. Like, we have 15 guys that can play, and it's kind of hard sometimes. I mean, you guys saw he got in foul trouble, and then our backup point guard, Miles Phillips, got in foul trouble, and we brought our freshman point guard in,
Yep.
and he's not afraid of anybody. So, and there are other guys. It was just so. We generally play 10 guys. It's hard to play more than that. So it really wasn't a departure. And no offense to Keene State, but we were going to do that regardless, probably.
How'd the atmosphere rank up for you guys? I mean, I don't know how many opportunities you get throughout the year to play in front of a sellout crowd or anything like that. But obviously, tournament raises it up a notch. But
I mean, you guys have a bigger gym than us. We had a similar environment, obviously to our advantage, at home in the 2 conference games. But I don't know. I didn't play. Like, he can answer that one.
I mean, we've been in hostile environments before. I've been playing basketball a long time. It's fun to play in those type of games. Like, we didn't have the result we wanted to, but it would feel good, get a win in front of the sold-out crowd. So, like, you hit a shot and you hear the crowd heckling you, like, it's kind of fun. So, playing away, we were excited. We were amped for that.
And this guy also, like, it was some of our guys like had played at the highest level in high school around us, like, especially him. So I don't know that. I felt like it fired them up. Like, they weren't intimidated for sure. So.
I'm all set.
Yeah.
All right, thank you guys.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.